They stand there, cold and motionless. They have been standing like that for 2,000 years. No words, no laughter, no tears. Look into these eyes. Empty. Modernists often wonder, why don't they have pupils? Why do these faces rarely show emotion? What are they looking at? But if their eyes are silent, their bodies are screaming. We are talking about ancient Greece and Rome, the two most brilliant peaks of Western civilization. The map of ancient Rome appears, with white dots representing statues densely sprouting like mushrooms, filling the city. At that time, sculpture was not just an art, it was an obsession, a frenzy of stone and chisel. History records that when Rome collected artifacts from Greece, the number of these stone dwellers was roughly equal to the number of living flesh and blood people in Rome.
You walk into a museum today, what do you see? Perfect bodies.
And
They are naked, completely naked. The irony is that we are living in the 21st century. We consider ourselves open-minded, but if you walk outside naked, you will be immediately arrested. Public nudity is still taboo in many places. Yet, 3,000 years ago,
Why? This question has puzzled scholars for many centuries. Some say it is a remnant of primitive times, when humans were covered in hair and lived in caves. Covering their genitals was considered shameful. People have found bas-reliefs in the Luxor caves in France or Egyptian frescoes, where nudity is revered as the source of life and pleasure. But in Greece, nudity went beyond that natural threshold. It evolved. It became a religion of beauty, an unprecedented movement in human history. But don't let this peaceful beauty deceive you. Behind those pure white rocks, it's not just art. It's the blood of war. It's the sweat of oil-soaked fighting arenas. And it's bold ideas so daring that they might make us blush. To understand why they took off their clothes, we have to go back 3,000 years, to a time when muscles were the strongest shields. About 3,000 years ago, the Aegean Sea was not a paradise for relaxation. It was a fierce chessboard of countless city-states. Each city wanted to swallow the others. In that chaotic world, a Greek citizen has only two missions to survive: participate in public affairs and war. To protect the kingdom, they need a supreme weapon. Not bows and arrows, not swords or spears, but the human body. From the need to survive, a special education system was born. Young people spend most of their youth in fighting arenas, running, jumping, throwing spears, practicing martial arts. A young man falls down, immediately gets up, brushes off the dust, and continues to charge at his opponent. His goal is not just to win the match, but to forge a steel body, a body that is agile and full of vitality. Here, weakness is considered a sin.
Imagine that in ancient Greece, anyone who did not exercise their body would be looked down upon by society. Children who just learn to walk already have to exercise. In fact, physical education teachers back then held very high status.
They are considered true experts in beauty, creators of artistic works made of flesh and blood.
During holidays and festivals, competitions are held everywhere to select the healthiest person. Here, the concept of shame is completely eliminated. They remove all their clothes, not to be provocative, but to showcase the most natural beauty that nature has bestowed. Even women are no exception. Historian Puluktak documented a scene that shocked the thinking of that time. What does the winner receive? Thunderous applause echoes like thunder, fresh flowers from young women, poems of praise, and ultimate glory, becoming a model for sculptors. From these sweat-drenched and dusty arenas, the art of sculpture has found its truth. Sculpture is a three-dimensional space, a tangible sensation. Only nudity can capture the most primal power, transforming an ordinary warrior into an immortal figure in cold stone. But if it only stops at muscles and war, these statues would just be soulless anatomical models. What has transformed these cold stone blocks into masterpieces that have made humanity bow for thousands of years? The answer lies in a great ideological revolution, a shift from need to God. Greek art is a symbol of humanism. They praise humans, considering humans the most important creation of the universe. The gods of Greece exist for the benefit of humans. Therefore, when an artist sculpts a deity in praise, they are essentially praising themselves, a supreme pride of humanity. The Parthenon temple philosophers and scholars are walking and discussing. In their way of thinking, humans are the soul of all things, the pinnacle of creation. Therefore, hiding the body is a crime against beauty. A healthy mind resides in a healthy body. This is a bedrock saying of the Greeks. For them, inner beauty and physical beauty are inseparable. A clear mind cannot dwell in a weak and hidden body. Greek nude art has traveled a long journey. It affirms that, among all things, nothing is more beautiful than humans, and humans must display that beauty for the universe to admire. We have traveled a long journey, from the smoke and fire of the Aegean War to sweaty fight arenas, from a philosophy that venerates humanity to raw perspectives on pleasure. It is the survival instinct that has shaped the muscles. It is the free mind that has shed its clothing. It is the desire to see oneself bare, authentic, and perfect etched into stone. No matter how much historians argue or where its origins began, one truth remains evident before us. These stones are not lifeless. They are still alive. They have survived the destruction of time, the changes of civilizations, to stand here and tell us the story of humanity. That humans are the most beautiful creatures in the universe. That this body, though made of mortal bones and flesh, still deserves to be honored like divine beings. And as long as humanity yearns for beauty, those naked mysteries of ancient Greece will remain an immortal monument. Thank you for watching.